Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, and yet another start of a mini-series here. Obviously, this is just going to be a quick look at the Dwarven Faction, and indeed the Dwarven race itself, as well as a look around some of the towns and some of the stats, and obviously the the giant slayers and demon slayers that they have to offer. Now, I don't know about you, but it seems to me like the dwarves, I mean, apart from not being able to run very fast, because obviously they have very short legs and they're not very easily able to run very far on those short, stumpy legs. But as soon as you say dinner's ready or something along those lines, they're going to be there instantly. So yeah, we're just going to have to hope that we have some dinner almost all the time when we're fighting. I guess I'll just have to say that some dude has cupcakes in his pockets or something along those lines, and then people are going to be, well, people, I say people, but I actually mean our dwarven fellows, of course. They are going to be running after those guys very, very quickly indeed. So anyway, let us start a new game, and we will be creating our wonderful, wonderful dwarven fellow here. Now, it's been a long time coming that I've really wanted to create a dwarven character, because they see, that's the thing, their units just seem so incredibly powerful. Now, of course, that's not everything. Being powerful isn't everything, but it does help to actually improve the amount of fun that you can have, of course. So we've basically created everything we want here of the extra factions. Obviously, I have not played Skaven again, but obviously I have a series on that already, and the only significant change I've seen in Skaven is the fact that they don't have rattling gunners anymore, a part of their troop trees, which I gotta say is actually kind of disappointing, because rattling gunners are very, very fun to play with. But anyway, yes, we're not going to be doing any mini-series on them. Maybe we'll see, not entirely sure. But Halfling, the Nippon, we're going to have a look at those guys, even though we've technically already seen them. Halfling is definitely something I'd like to check out, because I don't think there's actually a Halfling faction, is there? No, I don't think so. So that's going to be kind of amusing. And I think that's it, apart from Night Goblin, Forest Goblin. Probably could take a look at the Night Goblins, because we haven't actually before played as a Night Goblin. I believe we've played as a Forest Goblin before. And that appears to be that, other than the human factions. And I mean, humans, how disgusting are they, really? Yes, we don't really like them a lot, do we? No, well, yes, maybe we do. Well, Dark Elves might be visiting them. I'm not too sure about the High Elves, because they're a little bit too pompous for my liking. I mean, literally, they're just so pompous, aren't they? All of them just sound like this, don't they? Yes. Yes, isn't it fantastic? But we are going to be selecting Dwarf, and oh my, a Master Brewer. I don't think we can do anything other than Master Brewer right now. That just sounds way too good. Whilst your father couldn't handle a candle? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Whilst your father couldn't hold a candle to Joseph Bugman in the brewing stakes, he is still one of the best alternate brewers throughout the Dwarven Kingdom. He has his breweries next to the biggest mining areas close to the permanent workers to make sure that business is permanently booming. Ah, well, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so you spent your early life as what? I suppose we could technically be a miner, because as you can see, wait, yes, there we are. He has his breweries next to the biggest mining areas, and if he had his breweries next to the biggest mining areas, then it would stand to reason that maybe we would be a miner in our early life. You joined your local mining to... What? You joined your local mining? Okay. You joined your local mine, I suppose, to mine the gemstones which are traded to the Empire for a vast amount of gold. Is it the same amount of gold that Scrooge McDuck has in his vault? Maybe it is. Mining is a very typical profession for a young dwarf, and your time in the mines was pretty uneventful, and you were never called to war. However, as a young adult, you became a tattoo artist, because how can we not? I mean, really, we should probably do that. Let's do tattoo artist. You trained as a tattoo artist after being a miner for some unknown reason, specializing in Slayer tattoos, and specifically tattoos which make the Slayer more tough and durable. You knew that Slayers are seeking death and want to be taken in an epic duel. Oh, I see. But after seeing how key the Slayers are in dwarf military victories, you decided to covertly help keep them alive. Oh my. Okay. That's actually pretty cool, I gotta say. That's actually pretty cool. We're going against everything. Okay, so what are we going to go for here? Well, that's the thing. I think loss of a loved one might actually be kind of cool, because maybe our father died or something along those lines. And that's exactly the reason why we're becoming a tattoo artist for some unknown reason. So let's do that. Why not? I don't really care about the stats right now, obviously. So yeah, let's just sort out the stats first, and then I'll try and think up a name which will be suitably good. Of course, I mean, all of my names in the miniseries have been extremely good, and every single one of you has absolutely loved them. Am I right? No, probably not. No, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you that do not like my choices, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we actually have first aid. I guess the tattoo artist thing actually did that, which is kind of amusing. Maybe we should be a medic dwarf. Should we be a medic dwarf? A medic / leadership dwarf. That does not sound good, does it? I think it might actually be the way I go, though, so hold your horses here. Hold on to your britches. We're going to see what's going on. Okay, so leadership, no. I think we're going to go for surgery, first aid, wound treatment, because they are all extremely exciting, and we'll go for some pathfinding and one last point in leadership, I think. And let's get a couple of points in these various things here. I think I have a bad feeling we are going to be using a crossbow. Maybe we're going to be given a crossbow. Well, we'll see, I suppose. Alright, so I came up with a name, and if you can decipher it, then good on you. If you can't decipher it, then, well, yeah, well, that's just how it's going to be. I mean, it's Yarg, isn't it? Yarg Nam. That is his name. If you can't understand the decryption, then that's perfectly fine. So let's head on, shall we? Okay, so we are a smaller version of a human, by the looks of things. Okay. Here we go. Yes, this is exactly what I like to see. Some tattoos here. Okay, so what kind of tattoos do we actually have? Let's go for something like this, I think, and then we just want to take a look around. Let's see if we can get some. Okay. Yes. I think that's looking pretty nice. Why not? I think that looks pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, I mean, come on, we have to have a huge beard, because that's where every dwarf's power comes from, right? So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Thank you very much. Okay, so where are the dwarves? There we are. Karak Kadrin. Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, so I start right next to 17 Chaos Zealots. That's... Did you see that? I literally clicked and then they got me in combat instantly. Okay, so we don't even have a chance here. I have a mining pick because I picked a miner. So this is going to be rather amusing. And I'm actually kind of surprised that they spawned us right next to 17, no less, Chaos Zealots. Not entirely sure why it was 17, because usually, in every single miniseries I've so far done in Warsword Conquest, we have had a case of severe deprecation, or, wait a minute, no, deprivation in terms of numbers in the Chaos Zealot population. So I'm actually really unsure what's going on with that, but I guess 17 is perfectly fine. I mean... Yes. Oh, hello. Yeah, I was running in the opposite direction. Well, not the opposite, but in a bad direction, should I say? Okay, come on now. I am a dwarf, so I'm not going to die easily. Yes. Okay. Or am I? Am I gonna die easily? I don't want to die easily. No, no, no. Come on. Yes. No. Oh, they're too good. They are too good for my very slow two-handed weapon. Oh, it's absolutely atrocious, isn't it? Yes, we have advanced in level. Of course we have. Okay, so... Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to be a little bit sneaky here. Ah, yes. Unfortunately, way too many of them did not have a weapon to be able to actually finish them easily, and yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. That is just fantastic, though. What a fantastic start to this mini-series. I literally do not know what possessed the game to spawn me right next to those fellows. I mean, literally, that, I mean, they didn't even get much from me. That's the whole thing. It's kind of, oh. I had a one-handed weapon. Yeah. Okay, so I had a one-handed weapon, but I did kind of need the pickaxe because it had weapon reach, and I think the Chaos Zealots things would have definitely outranged me quite considerably. So, okay, we're going to be heading back to our town here and recruiting a couple of units. Alright, so I have actually found the exact same Chaos Zealots that attacked us beforehand, and we are now about to teach them some manners, because I have 19, well actually 18, I guess, kind of dwarves under my command, and we will be using our one-handed axe this time, because, well, it's just a lot faster, and we're going to see if it's a little bit better. Maybe we would have been able to survive if I had used that, but I'm not really holding out much hope for that, to be honest, because the reach, as again I've said before, the reach of the Chaos Zealots weapons are probably going to outrange what we have here, so yeah, that would be logical to assume that we still probably would have perished, even if we had used it. So let's have a look and see whether we're actually going to deal some nice damage here. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I gotta say, that's actually pretty impressive. We are now level 3. Very nice. Come on, can we get a couple more kills here? I would like some. Maybe. Come on. Ah, yes, yes. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Come on, Yog. Yes. There we are. And... ah, there we are. Okay, so that's it. That appears to be that. That is victory. Very... well, I was going to say easily, but it actually wasn't very easy in actual fact. Okay, so we can take 2 of them prisoner. Obviously, we're not going to be a very big taker of prisoners, I suppose you could say. Now, of course, in the area, we have these wonderful fellows with, yeah, Chaos Dwarf hordes. Of course we do. Of course we have Chaos Dwarf hordes. They are insane. They are absolutely insane. Ooh, I might actually like to take on those deserters. I think that would be nice. Let's see if we can actually take those guys on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have 14 against 10. Now, they are, I believe, the advanced version, or at least the next level of the current units we're currently using, so I guess it's going to be a little bit more difficult than the previous fight, but we're going to see whether it actually changes the outcome. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It depends whether they have ranged weapons. If they have ranged weapons and they have some shotguns or maybe some pistols, then I think we're going to be in a very, very bad spot. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. They seem to have two-handed weapons. Wait a minute. They have good armor. They actually have good armor. I think they have good armor. Oh, actually, they're just using they're using pickaxes. Okay, so well, I guess what can I expect from some miners? Of course, I can expect them to use pickaxes. I mean, really. We have advanced. Yes, we have advanced, and I just took a big, big blow to the face there. That was not very pleasant. No. But we are eliminating all of them. In actual fact, they are dying a little bit easier than the Chaos Zealots. In actual fact, I'm kind of surprised. Okay. Well, I guess it's just because many of our regular dwarves have one-handed weapons, and the dwarven miners have two-handed, so we're very easily able to outspeed them in that regard. And that's exactly the reason why the Chaos Zealots, in my opinion, were able to kill us before, because if the pickaxe was a little bit quicker, then I think we would have been absolutely fine. But, of course, it's mainly due to our two-handed weapon proficiency being relatively low still, so yeah, that's also quite the problem, I would definitely say. But I think we have now probably gained enough experience for our regular dwarves to advance in level, so we are hopefully going to see some really, really nice upgrades to the next tier of unit as well. Okay, so I unfortunately can't afford to take any prisoners here. I will be just taking a couple of things there. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look. Yes, every one of them has advanced, so we can get dwarf warriors and dwarf crossbowmen. So let's actually take a look here at the troop trees. Now, let's see. Dwarven Kingdom. There's Dwarven Miners. Okay, so Dwarven Miners are a completely different branch of the unit tree, so that's nice to know at least. Okay, so, yeah. Oh, wait. Okay. We have Dwarven Miners, and then we have Dwarven Miners. I'm actually unsure which one we have. Wait a minute. Let's actually see. Ah, we have those. Okay, so yes, we have the lower ones, so yes, that's kind of... Is that a height joke? I don't think that's a height joke, but yeah, don't get short with me now. Yes. exactly, yeah. Okay, so we have Dwarven crossbowmen, who are going to go into Quarrelers and Rangers. Dwarven Rangers are actually pretty good, but I've heard from many of you in the comments that Dwarven Engineers are now fixed, and they are absolutely insane. So hopefully we're gonna see how those guys are, and then of course we are gonna get some Giant Slayers as well. That's hopefully gonna be really exciting to see. So, other than that, I just have 3 points to spend here. What do I want to do? Well, that's the thing. I actually do want to continue along the lines of being a medic for our team. I think we're actually gonna, if we actually make a full series on the Dwarves, which is looking relatively likely, I kind of like them quite a bit right now, we might be sort of a more defensive player than we usually are, because obviously I like to get in the action. I like to make sure that we get enough entertainment and enough, well, slaughter, basically. Because you can't spell slaughter without laughter in it, can you? No. So, yes, that's exactly the point, why I would very much like to obviously get in the action usually. But maybe with this guy we're going to stay a little bit more back. We're going to be more of a commander unit, and we're going to go around with our specialized sort of team of amazing units of sorts. I have no idea. I have no idea about the goals of Yarg Nam right now, but I guess we're going to find out as time goes on. So let's give him some power strike, I guess. I have no idea. So yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of a small look at the dwarves. We're going to take a look at their towns in the next episode. We're going to take a look at some of the higher tier units. I'm going to be getting a wide variety of them. I'm not just going to be getting one type of unit this time around. We're going to be getting Dwarven Rangers, Dwarven Engineers, and Giant Slayers, as well as Iron Breakers. And we're going to see each one's stats, each one's gear, and then go into a siege against... Well, I think it probably could be against the Goblins, because we seem to be, well, yes, Chaos hate us, Orcs hate us, of course. We could go against the Goblins and take a look at their unique castle layouts, if they have some unique castle layouts. They're all the way down here, so it would be kind of cool to check that out anyway. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.